Hey, are you ready to go? Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. Hey, you bitches and hoes, have some Joel and Randy's Texas Tea.
All tea on shade and it's Texas made.
Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. And you bitches better drink some.
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey.
We have a special guest tonight.
We actually have a guest.
Girl, I'm so excited.
Hercules.
It's our friend David.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a special guest.
Everybody introduce yourselves now. I'm Joel Tatum.
I'm Randy, and I show hate if you want to know anything else.
And I'm David Hill, and I'm from Los Angeles.
He is from the City of Angels.
The City of Angels, where things go really fast.
The cities of guys named Angel.
Who do anal? Who do anal? Oh, we already started.
Oh, we already started.
Yeah,
we already started with kitchen talk.
I thought I'd do a segue for you
We've
guys.
already starting with the kitchen.
We having kitchen talk already.
Yes,
let's go on ahead. Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the bottom of the chat.
Yes, I want to get on top of things. And you are. I love. It's Pun City right now.
Well, we're not getting on top of nothing unless it's swept and mopped, honey. You girls need to sweep and mop your kitchen. Don't you come out of the house.
Okay, well, you know what mopping the kitchen floor means. You don't want to be. You said you don't want to mop anybody's floors.
I don't want to. I'm not mopping anybody's floors. That floor better be mopped when I arrive.
You would say you wanted your floor to be mopped, but you don't like to do the mopping of the floors.
Bitch, I'm not asking anybody to do the work of mopping my floor. That is what a douche is for. And if I'm douching, I'll douche by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into all that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was just trying to decide if I wanted to sound dumb and totally, not get the metaphor. What are y'all talking about?
No, indeed. We have talked about this queen before, but Joel, David, you don't know this because you didn't listen to our last show. But Joel,
Jewish mother guilt.
Well, whatever.
Yes,
because
she's
Catholic.
Wait, you didn't listen to our last show? Why are you on the show now?
He just happens to be in town.
I was just walking by.
We just picked up a homeless man off the street and said, "Hey, come on in and do the show."
And he still has a better six-pack than I do, right?
I know.
Homeless people have been. Joel says he's seen some ripped ones. I have not. I've seen some with ripped pants.
You in the wrong neighborhood.
It is required in LA that you all have muscle tone if you're homeless.
Because in this neighborhood, it's all about the ripped muscles. Now, you go out to Bel Air and everything's
I was close to
Bel Air or further to the south, it's going to be raggedy. Sometimes it might only have one leg. Sometimes it might have one arm. But at least in this neighborhood, they're proud to take their shirts off,
girl,
and just walk down, just talking to themselves, having a good time. But their bodies are ripped, muscular. Here I am, been going to the gym for 20 years, and can't get rid of this one bit of belly fat. But these bitches carry a bag of trash down the street, and they got muscles all over the place.
See,
are we sure they're homeless? Or they're not just guys who can't find their way home off their Uber?
No, they're
Some queen took too much shit and doesn't know where the hell she is.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's like what Randy said earlier before the show. When you go to the bathhouse, and Midtown Spa is closed. Boo.
Good memories.
Because that was the fun one. That was the one that you know when you really want to be naughty.
Yes, when you really want to just go and meet regular people. Regular people.
And that maze was everything.
That maze was everything.
When the maze kept changing. I love how they changed it. Like whenever we were involved in the Gulf War, it had a Gulf War theme. I don't know how many people I nailed on top of that Jeep.
Actually, they did have a car park.
They did, yes. Yes, they did. They had a little. They changed it to a Jeep. They did change it to a Jeep, which was cute because I'm like, I feel like I'm giving back.
That.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like I was giving back to the soldiers. So,
girl, I went in there one time,
and I was giving back to the soldiers a lot back there.
Well,
it was like that Midland movie for the boys.
For the boys.
Speaking of soldiers and people from other countries and stuff like that, I used to, in my mind, I would keep a track of. I used to want to do tricks around the world. And one time
that sounds like it should be on Groupon.
I was tricking.
I know.
I was tricking with this French dude, and he was like, "Oh, spank me. I do a terrible French accent.
Yes.
And I had a really bad day. I beat the shit out of that man. I did. I whooped his ass. I have never hit somebody so hard. I spanked him until he was crying.
Oh my god.
And he was like,
is it like that? I was with an actual French.
I had one who wanted me to do a rape scene. Now, let me tell you something.
Rape scene?
Yes, and this involved...
Was his name Donald Potter?
I had no idea what his name was.
Stop, he's dead.
I just know that it was on Grindr.
Uh-oh.
And he wanted... His whole scenario was he would be... For me to tie him up to a chair and then smack him around a bit and then have my way with him. But he said rape, and I said, nope, I'm not doing... First of all, you said rape. I'm not doing that.
No.
I don't do anything that involves the word rape.
Rape, right? No.
He does not... Now, if you want for me to be abusive in a fun way, then say that. Don't say rape. What is wrong with these people?
Say pillage. Pillage better.
Or dominate.
Well, I mean, did he give you a safe word? Because, I mean...
Oh, I didn't do it because I'm like,
No, he didn't.
You said
rape.
yeah, I know. I didn't. I'm like, he said the word rape.
That
I'm like,
would
I'm not doing that.
Well,
And I'm like, I was also pretty angry that day, so I don't want to be, I don't want to get over there and beat the crap out of him.
Like I did the
leave him tied up to a chair, and then walk out of the house. Well, look, a black man walked out of that man's house.
Very divisive time. Indeed.
No.
But David and I knew
pre-Me Too. Pre-hashtag
David, I want David to tell the story, but because we were both thinking of the same guy with a rape scenario.
Oh, my God.
And there's actually a thing, a site where you go and you meet men, and they'll come to your house and whatever. And David knew this guy. Go ahead, David, tell it.
Wait, are you talking about this person we used to live with?
No, I'm talking about the person who you used to date, and he worked at Howl at the Moon. And
you told me about that.
Well, I thought, okay.
No, I didn't. I know the story, but I know it from you.
What happened was... No, you can't say that anymore.
Why?
Because, never mind, it's an old copyright thing.
That doesn't exist.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, we have to be careful, girl. Our name is on the show. You just visited. Anyway.
Yeah, but I gave my real name.
Okay. Anyway, you don't want Joel being sued behind this shit because they can't sue me because I don't exist.
I forgot you're undercover now.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, let me tell you.
Okay.
Right, this queen, her husband, was working at the time. His name, I won't mention his name, Rusty. He was working at the time.
I was about to say it.
And bartending. And she got a call. Oh, I gotta go. And she said, oh, I shouldn't mention the other bartender's name, Barry. Behind the bar, I'm telling her I got to go. AKA Vanna. Anyway, she had said, I got to go. My husband's been robbed. I got to go. We've been robbed. And so it turns out that her husband got on the site where you tell people what you want, and they'll come over and act, the whole scenario for you, the whole sexual scenario. And he wanted to be tied up and gagged, and then gagged, if you know what I mean. And then untied and tied and everything else. They went over to the house. 4 guys went over to his house. They tied him up. They beat the shit out of him. Burned him with cigarettes and stole every goddamn thing in the house.
Oh my God.
And you know what? What's so sad is I had the biggest crush on this guy when I was in college.
Oh my God.
And stole everything. Miss Rusty, though, for weeks, Miss Rusty was just like, we've been robbed. We were robbed. So, bitch, she found out. She was like, I think I'm getting a divorce. Because my husband had 4 men come over to the house, and it was supposed to be a rape, fun sex scenario that he...
I just have to tell you, this
turns out they were just robbing bitches all over the city.
Of course. Well, I mean, they do that all over the place now.
Yeah.
They're especially in small towns. They do it. So I just watched a murder case.
He's lucky to be alive
on Odd Day TV, which I can't stop watching. But this guy is really truly a trash fire. He's been one since we were in college together. There are stories like he was very messy. Like he's still pining over the guy he was with in college. and it's been 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, that reminds me of fetishes. I was talking about that.
Fetishes?
Yes, Queen! There are some people out there who have some really weird fetishes.
Well, you wanted to go down.
I beg your pardon. On whom?
You wanted to do a kind of judgment kind of thing, which I'm like okay with.
Trying to judge anybody.
There are some fetishes that I'm like, no.
I'm not trying to judge anybody.
Going to church,
unless you hurl a bowel movement at me, and then we got a problem. That is a biohazard,
which is fetish number 3.
I'm sorry, it's fetish number 2. Don't be throwing no bowel movements at me. Don't be trying to piss in my mouth.
Oh, I'm not about that golden shower either. No, sir.
I'm not trying to take no goddamn
I'm not giving
shower
or receiving.
I will take Houston water. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
And I don't need it processed.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna mess up my shower.
Oh my God.
No. Talk about pee on me. No. Get up. In fact, get out of my tub and go to the toilet and take a pee.
And get the hell out of my house.
Then get back in the shower. We gonna finish this. I'm getting mine. I'm gonna get mine, and then you can go.
You know that. That's why I don't like having roommates, because you know that somebody has pissed in that shower.
Well, I can do one worse than that. I had a roommate one time. I had two roommates, and my sister roommate, he was my sister roommate because we were sisters, and the other roommate left a little something behind in the shower, and he slipped on it in the shower.
Talking about instant karma.
And I was like, girl, no. And she's screaming, ah! Oh my gosh! Ah! What happened, girl?
How do you leave a little something in the shower without realizing
No. How did it not go down the drain? They swim up the vaginas. They swim down the drain.
Listen, they might not have had any more feeling back there. Since we're on fetishes, might as well.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
I'm
talking about a discharge. I'm not talking about
a discharge.
He came in the shower.
Oh!
And my friend
I thought you was talking about. No! He had a fecal thing in the shower. I'm like, oh no!
That would be even worse.
Well, okay,
but cum in the shower is almost as bad as fecal in the shower, and then he slipped on it.
That is some awful.
That's why I say if it swims on the vagina, why can't it swim down a damn drain?
That's why we were looking at each other. We thought you were talking about
the poop.
We thought you were talking about poop.
No poop.
Girl,
we were talking about spooge. You're talking about spunk.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's some alien spunk when it doesn't wash down
to the tub. What is going on?
Maybe he was meant to be a breeder, because that kind of shit's supposed to cling to the walls.
You know
to be up here.
You know who I'm talking about. She was not meant to be a breeder. Miss William. Girl, if she ever listens to the show, she's going to come down and whoop my ass.
I'll never forget that time that we got kicked out of the apartment because we went to fuck this old goat that he literally grabbed from a card game or something.
Oh, honey, he brought home this trick. He looked like William Bendix.
Oh,
you know who William Bendix is, the old actor? Girl, and he was odious. It was just disgusting. He took all his pants.
He took all his pants and his
shirt. I'm like, what is happening? We can't get out of here fast enough. This old bitch is taking off his clothes.
I've seen newborn children with better muscle tone.
Oh wow.
We were in our 20s, so you can imagine this man was at least 60 years old. So we were like, what is this geriatric
Mr. Furley?
No, Queen. That was
wow.
No, we had to go to Sonic. It was too much.
Randy, I'm sorry, but when you told that story, you made us believe that it was poo in the shower.
It was specified.
And then you were like, well, it swims up the vagina. I'm like,
yeah.
Is he still talking? Wait,
no.
What is he talking about?
Well, let's get past that. And speaking of fetishes, a lot of people
joined a fetish.
I know.
A lot of people in the leather community fetish, and a perfectly fine fetish, but sometimes they go way off kilter, with different things. And that's their business. But then they hate on each other.
Have you tried anything in the leather community? Have you been?
I have been with a guy who was into leather, and we went back to his house, and it was really quite interesting because he was very, very wealthy, and we were drinking scotch, girl. We were just having a good time drinking scotch. And then he said, I want to show you my dungeon. And I said, I want to leave right now. When you say dungeon, bitch, you got me mixed up with somebody else. And so he goes, no, it's fine. Let me show you my dungeon. And I said, you get in front of me. I'll stand behind you. And we can go see your dungeon, but I'm going to stand behind you at least 12 paces. You open the door, and I'll look in 12 paces away.
You can stand over there and
we'll
just go, here we go, my dungeon.
I was curious.
Puts an ocean on it, Skinner, and it gets those again.
Right? So I went up the stairs, girl, which was strange, because dungeons are supposed to be downstairs.
He's going to make a man suit out of you.
Sweetie. Nobody has a
basement. So, girl, and you know the man.
Oh.
His name is Skip.
Steven Sondheim?
No, Skip. You've met Skip.
Oh.
Anyway.
Y'all just mentioned the names like these people like,
girl, Skip has got to be dead. He was 40 then, and that was 35 years ago. Skip is probably on a ventilator or some shit. You know?
Iron lung.
Anyway.
He's probably enjoying that iron lung.
He might be listening and just thinking, oh, the good old days.
That could be. He could be part of that group of queens in Palestine.
Shout out to Palestine, bitches. Get you some. Anyway. So anyway, long story short, I saw the dungeon. It was scary. I said I got to go. He took me home, and that was the end.
I can say that I went a little further. I did go in the dungeon.
Oh.
I did get hooked up to one of the things. I said
an apparatus.
I got hooked up to an apparatus where I was like. Had my arms like this.
Oh, that cross. The cross. No, not the cross.
Yes.
You are helpless, girl. You could have been knifed.
Yes, and it was.
As my mother would say.
It was interesting, and then after all was said and done, I said, you know what? It was nice, but no, it's not for me.
And you were tied up at the time.
I was tied. I didn't like the feeling of being tied up.
Oh my god!
I did not.
You were not in control.
I did not like being in control. And
you didn't like being controlled.
Yeah, I didn't like being controlled. Yeah. I didn't like the feeling of not being in control.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try it simply because I'm like, I like to try everything once. And I knew
that might be the last
I knew him
time.
for quite some time, so there was some trust.
Okay.
I did know him for quite some time. It wasn't like I walked into a straight. No, this is not a serial victim right here.
No, I'm not going to end up on a milk garden.
No, I'm not going to end up on a milk
I've jumped out of cabs.
All my friends knew where I was, and I made sure they knew where I was.
Well, I used to do that when I would leave the bar. I would tell Eileen. Yeah, I would say, Eileen. She goes, I know, honey. I know who he is, and she would say, I know who you are.
Well, this is why
that's a good part.
The apps are good now. They can always find out who killed you.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. They literally can tell you that.
Have you ever been in a situation?
Yes, I have.
This
is when I lived here, when I was at the U of H, and there was a grad student who looked like the Marlboro Man. He was very handsome. And we kind of went on a date, air quotes. And we were going over to that cinema that used to be on West Gray. It's probably dead now.
I know the French Quarter.
Oh no, not that one. We were going to go see. No. We were going to go see Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay.
That movie theater turned into a Marshall.
A Marshall.
Yes. A Marshall's home.
We'll be shopping near the
last time that theater was open. I saw the first X-Men movie over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the last time it was open.
That was a cute little theater.
It was a cute little theater.
That was a Kroger's, right?
There are only two.
No, it's a Marshall.
There are only two.
Yeah, Marshalls.
Actually, there's only one major theater in this particular area. In this area, and now
it's of it.
And the River Oaks is still open. Although I'm not sure if she opened back up after she burned. Girl, she caught on fire.
She's open back up.
Okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
But
they were going to close it down for.
They've been threatening to close that bitch down forever.
Anyway, so we were going to see Pulp Fiction, and we used to meet at Cecil's. This is when I was in college. He's a grad student. I was undergrad, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm fat. I can't believe anyone likes me who looks like that. So he goes to meet us at Cecil's before the movie, and he shows up in full leather regalia. This is a college bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cecil's.
Cecil's was full
I've seen everything in Cecil's.
Well, I hadn't. I wasn't expecting it either. I was
I used to go with him.
Oh my god. And I was so humiliated, and I then I started, doing that distancing thing that you do. When you're mean to someone, it's like, you're disgusting. I can't believe you. And he's like, you want to go back to my place? Yeah. And the So this is the worst part, though. This is the sad, tragic part. So it's like, after everything's over, the next day, it's just, like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Utah. Like, oh, are you a Mormon? Yes.
Oh, shit.
In leather?
Yeah, exactly.
A Mormon in leather.
I was fucking Mormons.
Are you married? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh god, do you have kids? Oh yeah, I've got 6.
Fucking Mormons. Seriously, it is a cult.
It's a cult.
Y'all know it's a cult, motherfuckers.
So that's
I don't have anything against Mormons, but motherfucking Mormons.
I can't imagine a leather person
the only thing
Mormon.
Well, that's why he came here.
The only thing good that's come out of the Mormon church is Marie Osmond, honey. I don't like Donnie. And Marie's getting on my nerves anyway.
I don't think that anything rough would come out of a Mormon Leatherman. I just don't.
Oh, he was submissive, so.
Oh, well then, that says it all right there.
It kind of explains it all. It kind of like puts it all in perspective.
Yeah, that puts it all in perspective.
Don't they have some kind of Mormon gown training that they train those men how to use those gowns and that hole in the gown, and they have a man that trains you how to use it and stuff like that? Didn't I see something like that?
I have heard that rumor.
I've heard that rumor before.
They actually have
something like that on Pornhub.
They have a porn series about the Mormon.
I've never watched it.
Oh. We're missing out.
You're missing out because I have one that's
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch that. I watched some. I watched the gay ones, but I haven't watched.
That is a gay one.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever seen it, but there is a porn series.
There is a porn series with Mormons.
With
actual Mormons?
They teach you how to use that gown.
They teach you how to use that gown.
There's probably one cast member who's an actual Mormon. Girl, those bitches are in a cult. They don't even know what they're doing.
Well, they get rid of the boys.
They're worse than the Scientology.
Those old trash fire old men, heterosexual men, throw out the young boys so they can keep all the women to themselves.
Yeah, of course.
With their real penises.
Ugh.
Well, we are talking about fetishes. Let's go to the elder fetish.
Let's go to the elder fetish.
Which is kind of a play on words because you're an elder in the church, and see what I did there?
I saw what you did there.
He is an actress.
Just shut it up. I think my time on Will and Grace never happened.
God.
But foot fetishes.
I don't get that.
So
I don't. I don't
get that.
I just don't get it.
Well,
they have to be some really, really exceptionally beautiful feet, like Michelangelo David.
It's not even that. It's more of when you are receiving from a person who's into a foot fetish. I don't get how I feel. What does that do? That doesn't do anything for me.
My God.
That doesn't
do anything for me.
You get all. I'm watching a man put literally all 5 of my toes in his mouth.
It's kind of hot.
And go a little bit down further on my foot, and I'm like thinking.
I liked it.
You like the feeling?
I did.
I
have neuropathy now. I don't feel shit, but back then it was great.
I just didn't. I kept going. Can you put some attention here and less attention there?
No, all they want is your foot.
It never got there, and he just went. He just went to town on my foot.
Well, all I'm saying is,
I'm like,
listen. All I'm saying is, you're not gonna kiss me after you have my motherfucking feet in your mouth. And I walked across the motherfucking carpet to get up in here. I walked from the bathroom to the bedroom. And you gonna lick all that shit off my foot?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Are your ball sacks and your nuts are they consistently clean?
I take candlelit showers before sex. I don't know who you think you're talking about.
He's talking about after sex.
I do, and I wash everybody's balls. My balls, his balls. I'm making sure everything is clean before it gets up in my bed.
Has anyone ever come in? I mean, have you ever come in anyone's mouth and they kiss you? Has that ever happened?
Oh, yes, but my cum is beautiful. It tastes delicious.
It's something that alien cum we were talking about earlier.
Frankly, everybody always swallows. I have never
seen that movie Life. It's not that sperm that like crawls into your mouth like it did.
No, but I've never, nobody's ever not swallowed my cum. Ever.
What?
No, I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
That is insulting. You better swallow.
Do you ever warn
people? And I tell them, no. When you suck my dick and I come in your mouth, I said, bitch, don't you spit that shit out. You swallow that shit and like it. better not swallow my cum. Who the hell?
Who is this Randy sitting across from me? Last week he's like, we not no.
No, I will kiss you because I know it's been swallowed. Mm-hmm. And frankly, I don't know what my cum tastes like, but I bet it's good.
You got it secondhand and you don't remember?
You got it secondhand.
I did not. He swallowed every drop.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. Mm-mm. See, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really care if you spit it out or not. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either.
And don't
not in the
if you spit it out.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
I guess I would be flattered.
I'm flattered if
I don't really care.
If you spit it out, keep it to your damn self. And don't spit it on my sheets, and don't spit it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's rude. Mm-hmm. That's just rude. But at least swallow most of it.
It's never. It's never happened. No, I'm not kidding. That is not.
I'm gonna be honest. It never gets in my mouth.
Of course not.
I never let it get in my mouth.
Yeah, me neither.
I just don't.
No.
I like giving blowjobs. I really do. I just don't want.
You've never had cum in your mouth?
No, I don't.
Well.
When I know when they're about to get there, and I really do know when they're about to get there, I just simply pull out, jack them off, and
have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had though?
We are so I'm breaking my own rules talking about this.
Yes, you have broken so many rules.
My own rules, because I really don't like to talk about sex. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Girl, he was... What? We were going to talk about sex exclusively on one show.
And we did the show.
We did the show after 3 days of temper tantrums from him saying that I'm not talking about sex. You're not going to talk about my sex life on the show. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
You were not okay.
Oh no, I wasn't.
Don't tell that lie.
Oh, I wasn't. I was like, I could. Okay, if you don't want to talk about sex,
threatening to fire me.
I didn't threaten to fire you.
She was going to make me.
I did not threaten to fire you.
God.
I simply said I will get another co-host for that show, and then you can take a break.
That's a threat.
And that's it. That's all I said.
If y'all break up, who gets the theme song? That's
well, I wrote it.
I wrote half of that theme song.
I wrote it.
I tried to make this.
You are here just to destroy it. Who is this?
He is trying to destroy our relationship.
I am not.
Yes, I am. See, this is
rabble rouser. That's what you are.
See, this is Randy's biggest fear. Somebody's gonna come in here
and try
to take his place.
No,
and I'm like, ain't nobody take your place. I'll just simply put them on another show, and we'll be fine.
No one can replace you.
We are going to, by the way, y'all listeners, we haven't referred to you at all lately. Mm-hmm. Hello, girls. We know you're out there. But we are about to branch off and do some other projects in the future. Mm-hmm. And it will be fun. And trust me, it will be interesting.
It will be.
Why are you keeping it secretive, or can you?
No.
Well, one of the projects that we're working on, we're going to do live shows that involve everybody under the LGBTQIASTRQZY.
Too many motherfuckers.
I keep forgetting we included everybody.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why we have.
So every time, we're always going to have a guest from one of the little letters. On the radio.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care. You motherfuckers can kiss the entirety of my ass. Mm-hmm. The Q's need to go to the straights. And the buys need to go to the straights. Mm-hmm. I don't know why the straight people can't lift some of the burden off of us.
You have just...
with these Q's and B's.
Hold on. You have just triggered a millennial. Mm-hmm. Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
And we have said some nice things about millennials on this show, but we also keep it real.
I have said nice things. He said they're going to line us all up.
They're going to line us all up.
It'll be like Logan's Run.
Because then they don't have to pay for our Social Security.
We're not going to have no Social Security.
Do you remember Logan's Run?
That's because
everybody got blown up.
That's because the baby boomers going to use it all up.
They're using it all up.
They're going to use it all up. They're going to use it all up, and they're going to leave us with nothing.
They're going to use it all up.
And Randy and I are going to have to work until we're 95 years old.
Oh, bitch, I'm already retired. I am. I'm already retired. Praise the Lord. Because these motherfuckers, these millennials don't care about anybody but themselves and their dogs. And they care.
And their phones.
And their phones.
And their
Get off the phone, bitches.
I gotta get off the damn phone. There are other people out there. I promise. It's not. We're all not simulations.
And anyway, we need to get off the millennial subject. And you know what? It's That time, girls.
You need to take a break.
It's time for a break.
Is it time for a break?
Are you going to sing a song in the middle of it?
No, we have some music. We had Debbie Sue Hickman, Miss Georgia Peach, Canned Peaches from 1983, but we lost that girl for a minute, and she's going to be gone for a minute, but
she'll
she's
be
coming back.
She'll be back very shortly.
I can't forgive her.
She's coming back. Have you ever heard?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I remember I walked by the bathroom and I heard her saying to herself, "My pussy stinks."
That sounds like Debbie Sue to me.
Debbie Sue.
I told you,
vagina.
I met Debbie Sue once, and all that bitch talked about was being Miss Canned Peaches 1983, and I'm like, I'm sorry, is that your entire conversation while you smoke 5 packs of cigarettes and drink 7 more?
And never her own cigarettes.
And never her own cigarettes.
She is a smoker.
And never her own cigarettes. Always taking everybody.
She borrows them. Bums them off Listen, now.
She bought 1 pack of Virginia Slimes a long time ago, and she never
Vagina Slimes.
And then she broke a leg right after on purpose to throw a fit.
Debbie Sue Hickman is the tea, honey. And she's got a daughter, and her daughter is a mess. And in the future, we're going to focus on her daughter and all the problems she's causing in her life.
I thought it was a son.
But no, she has a daughter, and her son, well, they're estranged. He's in his 20s, and they're estranged.
Isn't there a rumor that he might be under the rainbow, so to speak?
There is. Ivy Nell, her best friend, has accused him of being a homosexual.
A cock gobbler, you know.
A cum-guzzling cock gobbler.
Oh,
those are my favorite kind. Anyway.
Well, let's take a break. And we will be back in just a few minutes. So
the three of us.
The 3 of us. So listen to some music, and we'll be right back.
Can we talk while you...
off tomorrow?
Yes. We're back. We're back.
We're back. Yay!
Oh, we hope you enjoyed the music from Squiggle Jammer.
Squiggle Jammer.
Squiggle Jammer. I can't believe I made it through the first half.
Squiggle Jammer is my jam, girl.
Squiggle Jammer is the jam, girl.
Mother used to sing that song to me every night to put me to sleep when I was a baby.
She sang techno music to you. Is that what you
She
sang?
did indeed. She did indeed. Now, when we last were speaking, we were speaking, and I didn't mean to be derogatory about the B's and the Q's, but you motherfuckers need to be taken up by the straights.
Yeah, take it for the team, straights.
Straight people need to have, because guess what? If you're a B or a Q,
because we L's and G's, and that's a lot of work. We got
we L's and G's are the OGs.
Yeah.
yes,
as they say.
And now we include in the B's and the T's and and we love all the B's.
You know what?
We especially love the T's.
We love the T's.
We love the T's.
Y'all can go to the same side too. I mean, y'all are y'all are getting your shit together, and you're becoming who you're supposed to be. So guess what? Get on the straight side.
Last week,
I don't mean no
last
harm.
week was bi visibility week.
Okay,
Oh,
here's what I want to
shit.
say about Bi Visibility Week. For all you ladies who are bisexual, I see you. I don't see no men. Where the men at? Where the bi men at?
Every time.
Where are the bi men
They're in
at?
Utah. Go through every trick I've
They're all
had
in
for the
Utah.
past 5 years, and there are the bi-men. Because
I'm talking about super openly bi men who can admit to being bi.
They don't.
There's no visibility.
I've known a few.
You know two?
I've known
He's
a few.
but you're right, because the buys that I went out with, because that I tricked with on a, because I do extended tricks, darling. I do, how do you say nooners? Anyway, the ones that I was doing nooners with, honey, for long-term nooners with, never came out of the closet to anybody. They were under the covers and.
They were down low.
They were down low.
Well, we know a lot of people. We know a lot of men that are down low. I don't know any bisexual men though.
Here's the thing.
No, you don't.
These guys, okay, this is like a Kinsey scale thing with homosexuality. And I, of course, I didn't believe in it back then. Now I'm like going, okay, now that I've been in Hollywood for so long, you do realize how fluid that sexuality is with men. And then Keith, my partner, is always like, well, any guy can get it out with Viagra. I'm like, I don't think so.
No.
It's like,
there's got to be sexual attraction.
There's got to
There
be
has to
something.
be.
Yeah.
So all these gay for pay, freaking porno
But
movies.
that was before
it's a
Viagra.
fiction.
They've
It is a
been around.
narrative they are giving you.
But that's acting. We know that that's acting. Whenever we watch a porn, unless it's like super amateur, you know that when that's amateur. But for the most part, it's all acting. We know it. We know that half of those men are straight.
Yes, but there's got to be something in them that's attracted to the other man.
That's right.
So they get it up.
And
especially the guys who bottom.
porn.
Yes, exactly. The ones who bottom who are straight, I'm like, wait a minute. How are you straight and you take a dick up the ass?
Right, because it feels good.
But here's the thing, I don't understand the guys that compartmentalize that and say, oh, no, it's just a massage. I'm like going, no, that is a person entering you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it is a massage.
That is a internal hello.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but it also is a massage.
Sure,
and I know a
of course
straight
it's a
guy who's
massage.
completely straight, and he's married to his wife, and his wife, he's fucking her, and she's fucking him at
But
the
that's
same
different.
time.
Yeah, that's different.
That's an appreciation
He's
for
turned
the
on by his
massage.
wife. But that's the massage.
Yeah, he's turned on by his wife.
But
Yeah.
when you've got a hard-on when another man is screwing you, and you've got a wife and 2 kids in Salo Palto in the area of California, that's complete. That you're bisexual.
There is something.
You're a bisexual
There is a
male.
connection there to bisexuality. There has to be, but bisexuals are the only. I've been with 2 men in the past. Because I haven't been with anybody since I broke up with the doctor. So the doctor and the y'all
German.
forgive me. He's not German. I call him the Nazi because he's got a scowl on his face and a comb over. But he's very fit.
Oh, come on.
And very attractive.
Be honest with the people. It's
You've
Hitler
seen-
people.
No,
It's not.
You've seen the Nazi.
I have not seen
Well,
the
he's
Nazi.
very fit. He's
I have seen the doctor.
6'3", and very fit and very. He's fabulous. Anyway, I missed him terribly. But anyway, we didn't get along. So Those are the only men I've been with, and they were both bisexual. And you know what? The reason I couldn't take the Nazi anymore, no pun intended, is because he was constantly talking about his conquests with women. And I was like, girl, I've had enough.
Yeah, that's when it's fetish.
You know why I couldn't take the doctor anymore? Because he was constantly talking about the woman that he lived with that was his common law wife, and he had to get rid of her. And I said, are you still sleeping with her? And he said no. But then I found out he was, and then I said, and he never called me again, because I said, you need to wash your dick, scrub it, because you're not bringing no fish to my house. And I never spoke with him again, because he couldn't handle it. But we had nooners for years, the doctor.
I know, you told me.
For
Well, no, I've seen a picture of the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor seemed like a very nice...
He was a very nice man.
From a different country.
From a different country.
But he looked very definitively like that country.
He was very... Shout out to England. He was very English.
Let me.
So I didn't know. I know how you are about your personal experience.
No. And nobody knows who the doctor is.
Let me tell you
who the doctor is. He's gone anyway.
The most interesting couple that I knew for the longest time. And this was... my cousin, you remember Marcus? My cousin Marcus. This is Marcus and his trick, who he tricked with for 10 years.
That's not that's a committed trick.
Yes, they had a 10-year sexual relationship.
Oh yeah.
But he had 2 kids and an ex-wife, and he did not want to admit that he was he didn't even want to go down bisexual roads.
That is some down low shit.
He was super on it. They would meet at super late at night, and Marcus would spend the night. And Marcus always said, you know what? I'm not going to see him anymore. We're done. He does not. He keeps talking about wanting to do all this stuff, but he never wants to go out on a date. He just wants to fuck me all the time, which, by the way, Marcus said was always good. It was super good.
It made her cat jump. Her cat was jumping, girl.
She used to.
That cat was jumping, girl.
She used the term.
Made her stuff wink.
She used to use the term bugina.
Bugina.
It made her bugina feel really good. Because she was big into Oprah. You know what Oprah said with JJ?
Girl, she looked like Oprah out of drag.
Yeah, she did look like Oprah out of drag. But she would she coined the term bugina after watching an episode of Oprah.
Oh, but where Oprah coined the phrase, because Oprah did coin the phrase.
Can I ask you a question, though?
The JJ.
Do you think it was the drag element that might have helped the relationship?
No, there was no drag.
No, there was no drag.
So he looks like Oprah out of drag.
He looks like a male version.
I know, but I'm saying he was in drag, right?
No, he was never in drag.
He was never in drag.
Never in drag.
No.
I see what you're saying.
Oprah
Disconnect. I didn't get all the filament.
But they had a...
Roberta told him that he looked like Oprah out of makeup.
But he had a 10-year relationship with this man. He literally watched this man's kids grow up.
Oh my God.
Literally. Literally watched these man's kids grow up. They were little kids when they first started, and then they were getting ready to go to college the last time they were together. That's how long they were together.
This sounds like the saddest gay Hallmark movie ever. And
I know. And I said to him, you know you're in a relationship, right? He goes, we are not in a relationship. You've been seeing the same man sexually for 10 years.
That is a relationship.
You are.
Was it just sex though? I mean, did they like?
They would have sex, and then they would have long talks, and he would spend the night and everything else. But he'd be out by the morning before the kids would come over.
Why does it seem like the perfect relationship?
Yeah, before the kids would come over, because his ex would drop off the kids in the morning.
I'm not eating all that fish.
Mm-hmm. And well, him and the ex he never had sex. You
suck a dick.
You know what I found?
You're eating fish.
You know what he told me one time?
Yeah.
He told me that the entire time that they were together, he never slept with anybody but Marcus.
Wow.
And that woman.
No.
Well, no, by virtue is what you're saying.
No, he never slept with her. That was his ex.
Oh, ex.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
He never slept with anybody else but Marcus. And I said, Marcus,
then you're
what's
in a
going
relationship
on?
for
If
real.
he's not sleeping with anybody, are you sure he's not sleeping
so
with
he doesn't want to live with him.
So it's like a really fucked up version of Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Except they didn't have wives.
There was no women involved.
And I'm like,
well, it sounds to me like he just didn't want to live, in the same house with him, which, frankly, I know people who have been in relationships for over 20 years who've never shared the same home because they simply want their privacy, want to keep their own home. And they never, according to them, and I like to think that it's true, have never slept with any other men.
But Marcus was sleeping with everybody else. Because he had broken. They broke up.
He felt free.
They broke up because Marcus always said, "I want someone who's going to be with me in the daytime as well as the nighttime."
Yeah.
This man only wants to be with me at night, and I cannot deal with that.
But years is too long.
But
too long, girl.
But at the same
got to
time,
put a ring on a finger and get the fuck out of my house.
But at the same time, when Marcus wasn't screwing around, he was right back at that man's house.
That's some good stuff.
I said, that must be some good dick. If you keep running back, he goes, it is some good dick, and it makes my vagina feel very nice.
That magic unicorn dick.
There's nothing like some good dick, girl. Get some.
That's squirting out some rainbow cum.
But that is
ruining the reputation of this show by your presence.
We are
very proper around here. We don't talk like that.
That's why I keep saying, where is this bisexual men visibility? Because I ain't seeing it. They always want to do it on the down low.
And they don't want to talk about it, just like the Nazi and just like the doctor. They don't want to talk about it.
They don't want to be open about it.
Nope.
The beautiful thing is, like I said, I told these people this. It seems like everybody in Hollywood seems to be coming out bi, but nobody on the streets that I know is bi. Not one man. I know I can talk to a dozen women who say they're bisexual, and they're open and proud about it.
Well, they are.
I'm sorry, but the whole bisexuality thing is, don't you ever feel like there are guys you walk by that, for most intents and purposes, are straight, like have the family, that you know that you could get with? You just kind of walk by them and you go, oh yeah. It's like on a rating system.
Oh, I've been down that road too.
Yeah, because we went to like a restaurant way out past the Woodlands, and I was just sitting there going, "Oh, that guy just kind of hit on me." Like,
oh yeah.
You're just kind of like, "Oh, okay, that Papa, that Daddy Bear over there." It's
I've been down
if
that road.
I wanted to, I could.
Well, I don't want to because I don't like the taste of fish in my mouth. So I got in trouble because
all the guys that were looking at me last night, they aren't having fish either. They were only eating it.
But I washed those dicks every time before I got in bed with those men.
Well, of course, you got to do that.
The candlelit shower is a wonderful thing.
And this whole, and I love the fact that sexuality is a bit more open now. I love that.
Sure,
I really do.
Yeah,
I think it's great that everybody's exploring their fantasies and fetishes and all this other stuff.
It's not like whenever we were teenagers going to a house party.
But sometimes it's just goddamn confusing.
Yeah.
How are you telling me you were straight when you were sucking my dick? How are you telling me this? Oh, I'm straight, but occasionally I like to suck a dick. What?
No.
So you're bi?
See?
No, I'm not bi.
No,
I love women, but I like to suck dick every now and then.
Well, whenever we were teenagers, we were out. And we'd be at a suburban house party.
By the way, David and I have known each other for 35 years.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. That's for some reason it's older than I really am. But no, we'd be cornered at a house party like we were the only token gays there, and then be asking all kinds of questions.
Oh my gosh! And straight men would ask us everything. Like we were gurus.
Dude, like you need a dick up your butt. And it's like, I haven't done that.
I had. No, I hadn't then.
You hadn't.
I was too young.
We were both anomalies to them.
Oh no! And you go to a straight party and they ask you how women want to be treated and stuff like that. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't trust psychologists anyway either. They're all weirdos.
Well, the thing is that when I'm in the last situation I was in where that happened, the whole conversation was about dick size. The whole conversation was about dick size. Well, what do you think women like? I'm like, let me tell you something. What women care about? They don't give a shit about your dicks. They really do not give a shit about
yes,
the size.
They do.
No.
Well, anyway, go ahead.
Do not.
I'll tell you my story after you tell yours.
I can guarantee you this. If you're a straight man, you have a 50-50 chance of a woman not caring about the size of your dick.
Oh, we're talking about dick size.
Yeah, dick size. Caring about the size of your dick.
Some do.
Some do. That's why I said 50-50.
Well, hold on. I want to hear this.
For the most part, most women don't give a shit. As long as you're a good person, blah, 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 blah. That's what most women care about. And that's a lie if you think you think women do care. They don't. They really don't care. They honestly do not. Okay. Now, there might be a few women who do, and that's fine. And there are a few women, and that's fine. But gay men care more about the size of a dick all across the board.
Well, none of us are in trouble with that. But anyway,
they care about. Yeah.
Here's the thing about women that I've found, because we all have our own experiences. I'm speaking to different women, and I'm not going around quizzing women. How do you feel about this?
I always end up hearing about it, though.
But I do too, because we're gay men, and they talk. Here's what I have found.
We're all just your hairdressers.
In my experience, every woman that I've ever spoken to says she doesn't care how long it is, as long as it's
girth. Girth is everything. Girth is everything. Now, every woman I talk to will agree on that.
Length,
girth,
doesn't matter.
Shit. 13 inches.
But girth?
No, they don't want that.
You gotta hit their spots all on their wall.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants you punching the damn uterus.
Yeah, exactly. No woman wants
they're like shooting us and let's talk about the sugar walls.
Right.
Hit every one of them.
Nobody wants their fallopian tubes bashed against each other. Right? No.
All up in my damn
actually, I've heard of some women going, it's too long.
Yeah.
It's too long. They don't want that.
But they want girth.
But
girth is a good thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Girth is a good thing.
Oh, God. You feel nothing but horror for those women and end up with pencil dicks.
Girl,
it's like
nothing but horror for men who end up with pencil dicks.
It's like a sword going up against a little
pencil
rapier.
Dicks are the worst. The worst. I remember.
I've never.
Here's what a woman once told me about pencil dick. She goes, "I don't mind a pencil dick as long as a pencil dick has 5 figures in the bank and a nice core." That's when I don't mind a pencil dick.
Seriously, pencil dicks are a big problem.
It's like a little rapier going against a sword.
Maybe we should do a telethon.
I think you're right.
Save us against pencil dicks.
Oh my God. Don't we know somebody who could do catering?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone needs to be saved.
Oh my God! I have to tell this quick story.
Is it late? Oh, girl. Tell that story.
I'm gonna tell this story. The gay couple, they go out on a date. They have a good time. They're about to get intimate. He is excited. He's like, I can't wait. See what this man has and everything else. Man takes off his pants. He goes, why does he have a volleyball in front of him? Are we going to do something weird? And then he realizes that's that man's dick.
A volleyball.
Volleyball. Oh. This man. This man had a small dick. Looked all over the place. Took all kinds of enlargements. Bought all those pills and everything else. Then he buys this thing from a Russian doctor. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Do not buy any kind of medicine from Russians.
No.
I don't understand this. Don't buy anything from Russia.
Why in the hell would you buy?
So he buys this thing where he has to stick a needle in his dick and it's supposed to make his dick big.
Oh no.
But instead of making it big, it made it wide and then they made it blow up like a ball.
Yeah.
And then the guy laying in bed is like, oh no, no, I don't.
And where you gonna put that?
No. So he's like, well, maybe we can. And he's like, oh, we tried. And I was like, oh no, no. Nope. And so he says, I really like this man. And this man started crying and told him the whole story about how he bought this stuff from Russia. And they told him to stick a needle in it would make his dick big.
Nerve gas.
And blew. And now he's embarrassed because
he's got rising cock.
Now he's crying in bed with this man. Can you imagine a man crying in your bed about what he did to himself because he had a tiny dick?
He's got a grapefruit ball.
That's terrible.
Can I tell you something? This implantation of the silicone into the testicles is a thing. I when I was in LA,
we're gonna run a little late tonight. We have a guest, so y'all enjoy.
When I was in LA, I hooked up with this guy when I was doing the Craigslist bullshit. Which you can't do anymore.
Yeah, I know. You can't do that anymore.
It's kind of a shame. Anyway,
I don't know who Craig is, girl.
Mm-hmm. You know who Craig is.
We get ready, clothes are off and everything. He takes his off, and I swear to God, I see this thing walk out, and I'm like, what was... Okay. I'm not... Okay. And then I see, because we were in a very dark room, some residual light hits, and his penis was... I mean, like... can of Crisco. I mean, it was huge. And I was like, glad he said that he was a bottom, because that was not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I was like, what is that? What is that? He's like, oh, I thought you wouldn't have a problem with it. I sent you the photo, and I was like, oh, that was the photo I didn't look at. I only looked at the face one. And I was like, okay. So I worked around it, so to speak, and left very quickly. It was a very
no pun intended. I worked around it.
No, of course there was a
can of Crisco. Oh Lord,
there was a pun intended.
Of course there was a pun intended. You know me. Anyway, Jesus, or Jesus, or Jesus, as we will say. Okay,
I'm not doing Jesus. Anyway, go ahead. By the way, fuck you, Kanye West, you stupid motherfucker.
We just saved Kanye.
He's been Kanye the fuck up.
He's been in that Kardashian verse too long.
I don't know how that bitch gets her booty clean. It's just too damn big. She's got a rusty booty. You know she got a rusty booty.
So that was the thing. I gotta tell you,
I know.
There are a lot of fetishistic guys in LA. This is not my first experience I had out there. There was a guy I went to go meet one night, and he had that fetish where you get your legs cut off. Oh! But he was only pretending to be in a wheelchair. He said he was just in a wheelchair. We were going to go to Disneyland. And I came in the room and he started crying. And I was like, what's going on? And he goes, well, I can't go to Disneyland with you because I like this wheelchair thing. Everyone knows me in the wheelchair and da-da-da-da. And I'm a bad person. I'm like, okay, you are a bad person. If you want me to participate in this role-playing thing, you got to go back to point A. Tell me what the fuck is going on. And he's like, well, I've got this real fetish where I don't want to have my legs. I was like, all right, okay.
That is a real thing, by the way.
That is...
Did I not tell you this story?
He needs to go to church.
This was an embarrassment.
This man needs to go to church.
Church is not going to help that.
I know.
Oh, honey.
Church is not going to help.
A good church, fire and brimstone church, that'll help him.
But here's the thing.
Yes, it got all the gay out of you.
But he told me the whole story. Guys, he was expecting me to be in part of this role-playing thing. He either wanted me to abuse him or give him sympathy. This is one incredibly fun... I'm so blessed it happened. But never spoke to this guy again. But other people I had met later had all had the same kind of experience with this guy. And then like a couple of them went really far with it and slapped him around. I'm like, I kind of wish I might have done that. Just a one.
I think that might have been just a great stress reliever.
I did that once.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
No, not him. No,
another
guy. Yes, there was a guy. He
How
was
many
at the
of these guys
Ripcord.
are you meeting?
No. I was at the Ripcord years ago, and this guy was walking around saying, "I'm a captain in whatever in the war, blah blah, whatever war it was, whatever, and I feel guilty about the men who served under me and died."
Oh, I met that guy.
He kept going on. Were you there? You weren't there. You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
No, you couldn't have been because you remember this. He kept going on, and to the crowd, to different people everywhere, walking around the room. Then he walked out on the patio, and when he walked out on the patio, he got the wrong bitch because I was full, and I was tired of hearing his shit. So I walked over to him and I slapped that motherfucker so hard he couldn't see daylight. And he goes, "Thank you." I said, "Oh, you like that shit?" Slapped him again.
No, I wasn't
said,
there.
"Shut the fuck up." Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. You know you're a damn lie. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. And he didn't leave, but he shut the fuck up.
Oh wow!
I'm not kidding. I knocked the shit out of him. I just slapped him, open hand slap. I thought his nose was going to bleed.
Was this a Vietnam guy who talked about his partner in Vietnam? That was
No,
really sad.
this was a guy, and it was a Gulf War shit. He was walking around
Gulf
talking
War.
about how he was in the Gulf War.
Yeah, there was this guy who used
he
to walk
still
around.
had issues. It's like, bitch, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So I slapped him. I gave him what he wanted. He wanted to be punished. I punished that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I can't. I don't like obnoxious people, so I slap them.
What if you're obnoxious to some people?
Then they can slap me too.
You gonna get slapped a lot, girl.
No, I'm not.
You must get slapped every day.
She is testing my patience.
He doesn't get
I'm
slapped.
kidding. Good Lord.
I know you're kidding, but I'm saying
He doesn't get slapped. He just gets under
I saw
tipped.
that.
Under-tipped.
Speaking of under-tipped,
Ooh.
have you now? You're Randy and I are versatile. You are a firm
I'm a
top.
top.
You're
yeah.
firm top. So
One experience, hated it.
here's an experience I feel wildly terrible about.
Scared.
Feel guilty about, but at the same time, it was hilarious. I didn't mean for it to be hilarious, but it was. So I am with this man. He is fine. I mean, he's fine.
Coin.
Middle Eastern, just nice brown skin. Just oh my god, hairy, just fur.
Yeah.
Love a furry man.
Oh yeah.
So we're chatting at the bar. And then he's like, well, would you like to come back to my place? Would you like to come back to my place? And I'm like, sure, let's go back to your place. He goes, so what are you? Are you a top or a bottom? I'm like, well, I'm versatile, so what are you in the mood for? He goes, well, I'm a top. I said, okay, why am I whispering?
You're doing that ADMS song or whatever.
I feel like, I hope people can hear me. But
Why are you whispering?
I'm like,
but I'm wondering why he's whispering too. We're having a very intimate conversation.
With hundreds.
So we get back,
thousands.
So we get back to his place.
Literally, we have thousands of listeners.
Okay.
We get back to
calm
his
down.
place,
I'm calm.
and he goes, well, would you like a glass of wine? And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, he is just so polite. I like this. He's going to get some tonight. So he comes back, and then he brings a glass of wine, but he has clothes have come out.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his little robe on. I don't know. First of all,
Why do you
why
say
is there
little robe? Oh, one of those half
like
robes?
one of those half
Oh,
robes.
that's a shower
and,
robe.
And you know what? While he's coming out of the kitchen with the wine, I'm like, why does he have a robe in the kitchen? Who keeps a robe in the kitchen?
Wait,
Not like it's New York City.
Does he walk through naked and then he found a robe in the kitchen?
No, he had clothes on when he went in the kitchen, and then suddenly he's got a robe on, and nothing on under.
That is so
I'm like,
strange.
okay, well, I guess he wants to get down to business. He could with it. Is there a bedroom?
I don't know. The house 70s of him.
Oh,
yeah.
So he comes back,
70s.
sits on the couch, hands me the glass of wine. We make out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, oh, I can't wait to get on top and do all this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you are terrible at talking dirty, but I said, my kitchen is on fire and needs somebody to put it out.
And it was clean.
And it was clean. It was clean. And
she had a bushfire.
So he gets my shirt off. He gets my pants off. He looks at my stuff and he goes, you are doing pretty well. And I said, well, thank you. And he takes his robe off. And girl, it was about this big.
Oh!
Yeah.
Pinky size.
Pinky size, girl. And
what a sausage, bitches.
And at first, I thought, okay, I'm a grower. Maybe it'll grow.
Maybe it'll grow.
Maybe it'll grow.
It grew.
Maybe it'll grow.
It was a
so I no word. But when he took his robe, and he did it in such a dramatic fashion, when he took his robe off and I looked down,
he felt sexy.
I giggled. And I did not giggle. I did not mean to giggle. It was the most horrible thing.
Oh my God.
I feel bad. And he goes, is everything all right? And I said,
gas. My kitchen just had a gas.
I need a little more wine.
Girl, somebody knock the pot out in your stove in your kitchen.
Oh my God.
I said, can you bring the bottle of wine?
Yeah, so you can sit on it and feel something.
Yeah. Right? So he goes, okay. And he just, I am trying to hold my, I'm not trying to laugh at this poor man. He's so handsome. And I'm like, this man, I'm laughing because this man told me he was a top. This man told me he was a top.
Oh my
God. And I'm like, please come back and it'll be 7 inches? 6?
Oh no.
Some men are tops because they're afraid to bottom, or some men are tops because they don't like to bottom, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But girl,
he was serving a platter full of Vienna sausage, girl.
But girl, he comes back in, and then he starts doing, and I'm like, okay.
He had infantile genitalia.
I said, okay.
That's a good name for
I think it is that
small.
I think that is the name.
I think it is.
They call it a micro penis, by the way.
Micro penis.
I thought infantile genitalia is kind of yeah. That just makes me think of babies. I don't think of babies.
Well,
so
that's how big it is.
But girl, this man got on top of me. He did his. This man got on top of me. We were kissing. He did the. He gave me some decent head. It wasn't that great. He used too much teeth.
Oh, no, I'm not bitching.
I had to stop him. I'm like, that's enough.
Haven't you ever hit a bitch in the face when they do that? Because I do.
No,
I do.
No, I have just literally said the words, you need to stop because you don't know what you're doing.
No,
I just pull out and go to another glory hole. Exactly. That's all I do.
No, I'm not talking about me hitting him with my fist in the face. I take my dick and knock him on the nose. Because that's what you do to a dog.
That's actually down
on the nose.
But when he told me,
suck my dick, and if I feel teeth, bam.
But when he told me, let me tell the story.
I'm sorry.
Let him finish. But when he told me how he was gonna fuck me so hard and this and that, I just started laughing. I burst out laughing. I laughed so hard, and he's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like,
"It's gonna fuck you."
I'm like, "Are you sure you're not a bottom? Are you sure you're not a bottom? You gonna fuck me with what?" I already had 3 glasses of wine, so I'd already lost it. I had already. And he told me to get out of his house, and I was like,
"What?"
Girl, I was laughing. I was laughing at his dick.
You couldn't help it.
I could not help myself.
He was gonna take
and then he told me he was the top, and then he told me how hard he was gonna fuck me.
No, this is probably what's worse of it is that he was sincere.
Yeah, he was sincere about the fact that how hard he was gonna fuck me.
He was gonna take one side. He was gonna take one side of your asshole and beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's it.
One side, bitch. I got one side of your lip.
No.
I'm gonna chap one side of your lip, bitch. Don't fuck with me.
Now, how come
there's never a show about like this on Disney?
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with these situations, kid?
Oh, good Lord. I laughed all... I called Marcus on the phone. I said, Marcus, you will not believe what happened tonight. And that bitch laughed so hard she couldn't stop laughing. I said, Marcus, that is mean. I did not mean to laugh at this man, but this man was talking about, I'm going to really get up in there and... good and all this other stuff. I'm like, Marcus, he had a 3-inch dick. How is he gonna make me feel anything with a 3-inch dick?
Oh my god!
Now I was angry, and I was laughing, but I also felt bad because I'm like, I made this man feel bad.
You should just made out. I said, you know what? My kitchen's closed for remodeling right now. I just want to make out, and I just want to rub my face in your chest. Right. And then I'm going to finish drinking this entire bottle of Chardonnay, and then I'm going to Waterbury.
All I have to say is that my vagina was thumping, and then when I saw the dick, and
your cat was jumping, girl.
From right here, from my brain, all the way down to the ass muscles. My ass muscles went. Oh well, it ain't happening tonight.
I guess my ass would have wanted a murder.
I have a cautionary tale. About dicks. A cautionary tale. So, it's about the Nazi. So, the first time... No, it's a cautionary tale. So, I went over to the Nazi's house. We spent we gonna spend the day together. And we spent I got over there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we had our fun, and then we went out on the patio, and we had our drinks, because we had some breakfast, and then we had mimosas, and then
So you were fucked up.
No, we were continuing to have a good day. So anyway, and we're naked the whole time. Just naked, just walking around the house.
I got the visual.
Naked.
I don't want to know, but I got it.
Beautiful man walking around naked, big old beautiful dick.
Pale
And
man,
so, no,
hair.
listen. He said, I made you a drink, and I said, did you stir it? And he said, yeah, I stirred it. And I said, you want to stir it again? And so he goes, with what? I said, yo, cock. So he stirred it again with his dick.
Oh my God, Rick.
His cock. And then I sucked his cock and blah, blah, blah. So
that's the way to get a drink.
Lord, I'm breaking all kind of rules, personal rules. Anyway, so every time, now, that was a one-time thing, I thought. We were together all day long. This motherfucker stirred my drink with his dick all day.
It became a
I
thing.
felt like a fucking urinal by the end of the day.
I know, you'd be like, okay,
he was doing all kinds of
you
stuff.
saw
He had to pee and everything else.
Doesn't happen.
And no, he was turned on by it. So he...
Well, at least...
every drink, girl, he put that big old dick in that
Can I
drink and
just say
just
this?
stirred it. I'm like, oh,
Can I just say this? At
That was
least
a
you knew it was
mistake.
sterilized if he was, like, keeping some female prisoner somewhere in the house.
No.
You call him the Nazi. You're going to be okay. Joel and I, maybe not so much. You'll be okay.
I'm fine. So what's your story?
I can't believe
I have so many
he
stories.
stuck. So you had all day long. He just stick every time he
All day, Joel.
It would have been. I would have been like, it was cute the first time, but you can stop now.
He turned it on.
You can stop
He
now.
was so turned on by it. He was so turned on by it. I couldn't. I was like, stop putting your dick in my drink.
I have to ask you, though.
Stop putting, bitch, you just peed. Stop putting your dick in. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
real quick.
stop putting that big old fucking dick in my drink.
Let me ask you this one question because I need to know what cocktail period were you in? Were you in the Bay Breeze? Were you into the Franzia wine?
Yeah, no,
The
there
box
was
of
no
wine?
Franzia wine. I was drinking screwdrivers at the time.
Screwdriver.
No pun intended, obviously.
You know what? I have to say this. Orange juice has a lot of acid. I think after a while it would have burned.
He might have got a little pulp up
He
the
might have
lid.
been used to having a burning penis.
Well, actually, there were vodka cranberries involved too. Sometimes I went cranberry, and
Those
I
are good for your urinary
I'd like to think that
tract.
some of that. Well, obviously, I'm still alive and I'm disease free, so everything's fine. But damn, bitch, I thought I'm being poisoned slowly.
Listen, I've only heard about this guy. I hate him. He just sounds like a repugnant, vile human. He sounds like
mean.
a Republican.
He was mean, and that's another reason I had to break up with him because he was so verbally abusive.
That's not
To
fun.
who? To you?
Me. That's not fun.
But
How much did you put up with him? That dick was not that good. How long were you with him?
Yeah, because we don't know you to
5
be-
years.
We don't know you as a wilting violet.
No, I'm not a wilting violent at all. No, by verbally abusive, I mean that he liked to start fights all the time. He was
He liked
so
the drama.
adversarial. And that's why, no, it wasn't that he called me a piece of shit. Oh, no, honey, he worshipped me, honey. And even when I got the breakout from psoriasis, he told me, and when my legs were covered with sores, he told me, take your pants off. Take your pajamas off. And that was wonderful. Because I felt
Yeah, exactly.
so
That's what an abuser does.
But I'm a sexual creature, and so is he. And I got the stuff that he wanted because I got that stuff. And he loved, and I'm not talking about the back. You know what I'm talking about. Because Joel and I are part of the club, and David's part of the club. So anyway,
What
yes,
I don't pay dues. Am I still in?
we're part of the cock club. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, yeah, and I liked his stuff, and our stuff meshed very well. He even sang a song to it one time.
I remember you telling that story. That was
it from Oklahoma?
He made it.
No, I'm sorry. Was it from Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
I saw that musical.
Y'all heard that noise? I was beating on David's back. But you know what? It was fun. I liked him, but I couldn't deal with the constant. He wanted to argue all the time. He baited me all the time to argue, and I don't like that.
Well, see, that goes back to the whole fetish thing.
There are
people that really love the fight.
I don't.
The drama.
I don't want that shit.
No, it's not fun because you never know when someone's serious or not. You never know. Oh, geez.
And he would
Do I
berate
need to
me
use a safe word here because you
in
just
public.
crushed my soul.
He would berate me in public.
Right. That's
Oh,
not,
no,
that's never
He
cool.
would say, "You never graduated from college," and I went to Rice University. And I said, "Motherfucker!"
Jesus.
And when he said it to me, is the Lord. One
sorry,
night he
I
said
forgot.
it to me in the bar and in front of other people, and they're like, "You didn't go to college?" And I'm like, "Let me tell you something right now." And I was talking to him. So let me tell you something right now, motherfucker. Just because you went to fucking Rice University does not make you the most brilliant human being on the planet. I know lots of people who went to Rice University that are dumb as shit. No shade to Rice University.
No shade to Rice University. Fuck you guys. You always end up on crack with better abs than I do on the street.
That's where those homeless people went.
That Rice University cranks them out onto the street with these perfect abs. You and your perfect symmetry in your bodies. I hate you.
Anyway, that's the end of my little story. Now, David.
Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, I have a lot of stories, especially in Los Angeles is this town of perverts. It really is.
Maybe I need to be in Los Angeles.
You should go. You should go.
I need to be in Los Angeles because I'm the world's biggest pervert. So
I mean, you've got so many different little cities to be a complete pervert in, like Rancho Cucamonga probably is.
Cucamonga.
I know that just sounds hilarious.
It does sound hilarious.
Rancho Cucamonga. What's the other one? La Cañada Flint Ridge. That sounds like a fetish capital. And Alhambra. We're going to go fisting in Alhambra.
Oh my god! I'm sure. I'd be like, no, we are not. We are so not going there.
Surgery in Alhambra.
How many hospitals are there?
One, but they closed it down so they can make movies there. So you'll fit right in. You'll be in a movie. You won't even know it until after it came out. You've got a fist up your ass.
Oh no! There will not be any fists involved near this. No,
And
no way.
It is the most normal guys that you will ever meet.
Oh yeah, I've met quite a few guys who were the most normal-looking guys.
Suit and tie
on the planet, who was like, Joel, put on some latex gloves and put a fist up my ass. No! I will not do that.
You can take them home
Can
to
you
mom and
settle
dad.
for? Can you settle for a dick? Are you okay with a dick?
Right, just a dick.
Just a dick?
Maybe a finger or two.
I can do. I'm not doing more than three.
Three. We're kind of like ooh.
You're reaching into some dangerous territory.
Loosey goosey.
Because I know how this talk goes. Well, just start off with one. Oh no, put it.
How many fingers do you have in?
Oh, you have three.
Three.
You can get one. You can get one more in there, and then they'll say, "Oh, can you just roll it up into a small fist?"
Kind of a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Just kind of a little bit more.
You're not going to use that kind of trickery to get me to fist you. I'm not using any trickery to try to get me to. So no. The answer to this question is no. I will not fist you.
Fisting. Well, what was that guy? Fuck Pig Michael. You remember
Fuck Pig Michael.
I'm worried that your Randy was directly over the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
It was like a total eclipse of the microphone.
All right, bitch.
I wish
don't. Careful, bitch.
You know, if she sat down, that microphone would be gone forever.
I didn't mean it in a bad way.
All right, both of you bitches. Y'all are just wrong.
That microphone would be gone forever.
I was just saying, if you did the splits right then and there, we'd never see the microphone.
We could do broadcast from Crosby, girl.
No more royalties.
Girl.
No more royalties.
Y'all are some mean bitches.
No, we're not.
You're all mean.
we're talking about Cosby now. He's like, there are no more royalties coming in.
Oh,
and they only gave him 3 years. Wait, I'm
no,
sorry.
They
Did I
put
sort
Cosby back on the air. BET runs Cosby.
What? Are
Yes,
you serious?
BET ran Cosby 3 or 4 months after the fact.
You mean that
Because
guy
they're
can now quit
supporting-
working at Trader
no,
Joe's?
Baby. No, baby. He's got a job through Tyler Perry.
No, but he was always working. That's the thing. The shaming really pissed me off.
The shaming pissed him off.
Because there's so many actors I know that are brilliant actors that just, they get a little bit of TV and then they got to go sell a car. Then they got to go do this other
And
thing
they're
here.
that
There's no
man's
shame in
working.
it.
So, and that's why
He's
people
been
were
working.
mad. Because he's working. And,
Yeah.
you know, on the internet, the people who shamed him, he was...
And it
he
was our
very
people,
sweet.
too.
He never said anything bad. You know, he never hated on the people who shamed him. He simply told him his truth, which is, I gotta work. Bitches have to work for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm doing. And that's why he got all the accolades, you know, and appreciation. And then the GoFundMe. People were doing a GoFundMe and everything.
Well, no,
else
Nicki
for him.
Minaj gave him $25,000.
I like how we went from sticking a fist up your ass to Cosby being in jail.
I know.
How did that?
We're privately hoping that Cosby gets a fist in jail. That's probably.
No, that's not going to happen, girl. You know they're treating him like a king over there in prison and whatever.
I'm sure.
But you know what? I feel sorry for Keisha Knight.
Bullion.
Bullion. No,
Is
is
it
it
Bullion?
She does Tyler Perry movies. She'll be
No,
fine.
not Keisha
Yeah, she's
Knight.
already. Yeah, she's been fine. She married
you're
somebody
talking about-
wealthy.
Yeah, Keisha Knight Bullion, though. But she defended him, and he made a fool out of her.
But she still does Tyler Perry movies. She's
And
fine.
that's good. Tyler, you know
Well,
what?
he's
And Tyler
talked to
Perry
her.
doesn't take
He's
any-
talked to her about defending him.
Yeah, because you know what though?
Isn't that awful?
Mhm.
It's like I can't watch something from my
And
childhood.
Felicia Rashad, you ain't heard nothing from her.
You ain't gonna hear
No.
nothing from her either.
And she's a
But she did
won,
support
She
him.
won a Tony not long ago.
Well, let's not hold her to fall.
No,
No.
and I'm not holding Keisha to fall.
I'm not holding-
I feel sorry for her because she stood behind him and he betrayed her. He should have told that bitch. He should have came.
No, he should have told her that. Go back to your job at
He
Trader
should
Joe's.
have came correct and said, "Bitch, listen, I did it. Don't make a fool out of yourself behind this shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a betrayal. Because if I was guilty, I would say, "Bitch, don't support me."
Darling,
I did it.
while you're in there, would you mind refreshing me?
I wouldn't mind refreshing your beverage.
Thank you. I'd say what it is.
I have to go to the bathroom, and you need to do something. Go on in the kitchen to do
With
your
my
thing.
hair?
No, go in the kitchen to do your thing, because I can't
I'm
leave.
coming back.
I can't leave David in here by himself on the
Yes,
mic.
you can.
No, you know what? I can monologue.
You know what? We could take
I
a
could
little
tell you a
break.
nightmare
We are
story.
taking a break.
We are
We
gonna
are
take a
running
break.
late, but tonight is so much fun, and we have a new guest, and he's not going to be back for a long time. So I hope y'all are enjoying the show.
We're going to take a little bit of break, and we will be right back.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're taking a break because we're old. We kind of need breaks. Yeah, this break's going to take a little bit of time. So, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, I'm thinking in 30 seconds, most of you will be done with sex. A lot of you probably won't have orgasms, and you're probably going to fake it. So, you might want to come up with an excuse to fake it. I always use like, hey, that was really great. Yeah, you're so big, and oh wow, I rode up into the stratosphere. You were wonderful. Kind of use a little bit more enthusiasm when you do that, because kind of sounds like you're faking it. Kind of like how I'm faking it right now, because like I said, I'm wasting precious seconds. Seconds that could be used to, I don't know, save a life. Deliver a baby, catch a bus. I don't know. I honestly don't know. We're just wasting time because we're like, we got prostates the size of watermelons, grapefruits. Well, watermelon sounds kind of harsh, but we're 50. This is what we do. We have to go pee a lot. I'm sorry, you have to sit through this, but we have to pee a lot. A lot. I mean, do you realize that, gallons of Texas tea. God, I think we need help. Do we need help? If anybody's listening, we probably do. Oh, by the way, we're gay. I guess I should throw that in there. But, hey, it's now been 2 minutes, and we should be done. And we're going to go back to the subject that we were talking about. Because that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to argue for a few minutes about who's going to turn the computer back on and all that other stuff. So, that's going to go on. That's why I'm wasting more time. Because, really, that's what I'm doing. So, enjoy. Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. Break over. Break over. Bye now.
This is a very special episode of
Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. You are listening to an extra 30 minutes, I think. Well, maybe.
Shit. We'll decide.
We'll decide. Hell, we're having a good time. We've got
you are. I'm enjoying myself.
Now, we need to... Oh, Randy.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have to do some differentiation because my best friend David is somebody we mentioned on the show a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's not me.
No, it's my friend David White, which I think you've met him several times. Bro.
David White?
I think I have. We can differentiate
Yeah.
right now. Anytime we say talk about David White, we're going to do the David White jingle.
David White.
I haven't met David White.
Yes, you have.
How long has it been?
It's probably been several years because he used to go to Decades all the time with Mark Lenore and Kevin.
Oh wait, what were we talking about? We were talking about wet brain. I definitely had wet brain when I lived here, and I was going to Decades. See, I can't even say the name without stuttering. It brings back so many. The double wide, the gay double wide.
I barely remembered Vanna's name until a year.
So that bitch is still alive. Evil,
is she still alive?
Evil does not die.
Is she still alive? I thought somebody said she had passed.
Oh, I hope not.
She's alive.
Well, she was never shit. She was never really that shitty
She
to
actually
me.
works for the Harris County Court System, bitch.
Oh no!
That is. Oh, we just put in stereo.
Oh yes, we did. Oh no, that queen is not. She is part of the legal system.
Girl, you got to sign right
She's
here.
a courtroom wrangler.
But you better be careful because they're just gonna kill you
Her
anyway.
husband is a bailiff, not bailiff. What is a courtroom assistant? The one who handles all the schedules and stuff like that.
Oh, I forget.
And she's a courtroom wrangler.
They're like a concierge.
All the people in on jury duty. She's a handler. She handles all the jury duty people and says, "Y'all get your asses in the courtroom." Now y'all get your asses out of the courtroom. You got 30 minutes for lunch, motherfuckers.
That's
and
Vanna.
get your asses back in the
No,
courtroom.
I'm sorry.
Vanna.
It is never going to be that pithy. It is going to be, y'all, if y'all want to go to lunch, you better think about this right here.
You know
you're going to die.
You know I do the best impression of Vanna ever. Hey, now listen. Y'all get back in the courtroom. It's time.
I should have won Miss Drag Queen 1978, 1979, because I was good. Yeah,
I remember walking. It was me, David White, and Kevin.
David White.
Yes, we walked into Decades one night, and it was Randy. It was the other Randy. It was Miss Van at the bar, as usual.
Yes, you
And David White went, "Oh Lord." David White.
like
Hold on, no, that's not what he went. "Oh Lord, Vanna's here."
You're going to talk about David White not liking you on your show?
Oh, we do all the time because David White hates me
Why?
for some reason. I don't know why.
Is that the queen that ran after you? After
No, that was in Palestine.
That was in Palestine.
That was
in
that's
Palestine.
Palestine. Shout out to
Shout out to Palestine.
I'm Palestine. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to
Oh shit!
Oh,
I forgot to get our guest his beer.
I'm used to it.
Oh bitch! Oh, this motherfucker's visiting, and now he's digging up bones about how I.
Oh, the light switch is by the front door.
Oh, okay.
This bitch, I've known this bitch since I was 14 years old.
But I remember when we walked into the bar,
25.
Vanna, and of course, when David White went, oh Lord, that was because Vanna and this one were fighting again.
Oh,
it's
like
clockwork. Like clockwork.
You know why we were fighting out there?
And Vanna ran her fierce one night to the point that Randy didn't say a word for almost half an hour. And I don't know what it was about.
I was so mad at her.
I don't know what it was.
Mad at me.
But Vanna says
she never won an argument though. Mm-mm. She didn't never.
No, she did. She did.
I can't imagine.
It was the one time that she ever did. 90% of the time, you always shut her down. But it was the one time when everybody at the bar just laughed their asses off.
I can't imagine what I said. She said to me.
She said something. You said something to her, and then she said something about you need to take your purse and all your pearls and walk your ass on out the door.
That bitch never clever.
She said something along those lines. I don't remember the exact line. All I know is that me and David White laughed so hard it was ridiculous.
No, I don't remember ever.
I bought Randy a drink because I'm like, Randy.
I don't remember ever being shamed.
I'm like, Anna. Randy, you in danger, girl, because she just read you.
Oh no.
Well, and Randy was just upset.
I don't recall that situation. I really do expect that she got that from someone else. Mm-hmm. She's not original. She's not an OG at all.
No, she's not. But that was just one time that Vanna was actually.
Wait a minute. I did see her in drag once.
All the time.
Mm-hmm. I did see her in drag once.
And David would be like, Miss White would be like, why does she keep coming in here? All they ever do is fight. That's why. Joel, that's why sometimes I don't like coming in here because all they ever do is fight.
No, that one time she said, okay, you gave me $100 bill and I don't have change.
I remember that.
I said, bitch, you better find some change. And she said, I'll have your change tomorrow. I said, bitch, you better find some change right now. I'm not playing with you. You can walk around this bar and you can ask bitches to donate 20s or what have you, but you better find some change. Because I'll tell you what, you give me that $100 back and I'll give you the money tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Don't fuck with me, bitch. I was paying my tab. I said, bitch, don't fuck with me. That was $30 tab. And she said, I'll just give it to you. No, bitch, you don't give me my $100 back. And I'll come back up in here and give you the money tomorrow.
I don't know whether I was there for that or that was just one of many exchanges.
Folks, I'm gonna say this right now. This is how much Randy did not like Vanna because her face turned red. She got angry all over again. And a woman she ain't seen in 10 years.
Listen, we know y'all are in other countries, but we're old friends. Now, y'all are literally listening to people who've known each other over the years for a long time. So, y'all are in the house right now. And you're lucky to be here.
And this is the fun thing. This is what being part of a community is. This is really important. This is what being a part of it. I want you young millennial gays to understand y'all need to have a community. Y'all need to have that group of friends that you like to hang out with and shoot the shit and talk about the adventures you're having.
And get off the internet.
Get off the
internet. Actually meet.
You know, it's funny to watch a bunch of millennial queens sitting in the room doing this. Click, 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 click. And nobody ain't said a word.
Nope.
Nobody has not said a word.
They all send each other memes or whatever the hell they call it.
Memes.
And then they go, girls, did you see this online? Yes, girl, I already saw it.
They don't even do that anymore. They do it without communication. Yeah. They just go, maybe you'll hear a ding because it was delivered. But there's, nothing personal about it.
You might think that
I actually really miss the fucking double wide, and it's insanity, and it's dysfunction.
Because we all knew each other.
I saw someone's face I still see their faces, even the ones who were unfortunately murdered. Like this guy Ratface, and he was murdered. Like
Ratface was murdered,
and he was so mean to me.
He was a motherfucker to David. He loved me.
No, see, now you do that all the time.
No, he did love me. No, I don't do that all the time. But here's the thing. Joel is absolutely right. Any millennials who are listening to us, y'all need to create a club or something
in person
and have parties and have house parties and talk to each other. Talk to each other.
Watch
and you know
Netflix
what? We could write a movie. We could actually, and David is a writer.
No,
Joel's a writer.
I am actually working on something.
Joel's an award-winning writer, and David's a writer who's won several awards as well. Y'all come up with a script, and that would be fantastic.
No, I'm actually working on something about the double wide. Because, remember whenever, that mean doctor guy had that young boyfriend.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
I'd have a good time with him, and then I'd see him a week later. He called me a bad hair terrorist.
He wasn't a doctor at all.
Right. He was like a teacher.
Wasn't. That was Lewis.
We thought
he wasn't even he was using his husband, and his husband placated him.
We're talking about different people.
Yeah, well, maybe. But anyway, no, there are so many stories from that period that we could tell, and they'd all be true and fun, and you're a writer, and Dick, maybe y'all should collaborate. You could collaborate online. It would be quite interesting. And we ain't paying no attention to you bitches.
No, we are. But it's to know that community is really important.
This is the importance of having a gay community. When Randy and I saw this, when we were talking about the wedding photo and everything else, and we saw the negativity coming from other gay men about two men at their wedding. One of them was just being super fabulous. It was their own dime, their own coins. They paid for their own wedding. They posted the pictures online, and if you bitches don't like it, don't do it.
Well, you know what it is.
Comment.
But don't make them feel. Don't shame them.
You hate yourself
exactly.
when you're doing that.
It's called shaming.
Yeah,
when you
shame. It's self-aware hate.
Yeah, exactly.
You are hating what is feminine about yourself when you should be embracing it.
Yeah, exactly. I am a big fan of the idea of gay men should always know that they're men.
Of course.
100%. No matter how effeminate you are.
Exactly.
It takes a real man to be effeminate and get out in the world and love himself and be himself.
And have
he
a
is
good
himself.
fucking time.
And he is himself. That takes a real man.
It does.
I don't like punk, and I hate to say it like this, I don't like punk bitches in the gay community who rag on those type of men.
Right. And we're talking to you
they
guys
suck dick just like you. They suck dick just like you suck dick. You are no different from him.
But
stop shaming him.
Can I tell you? Okay, there's a website I've been going on since I was in New York back in the '90s called Data Lounge. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I've heard of it.
It is a festering pool of hatred, and sometimes it's hilarious. But then you start thinking about it, going, these are men that are not supporting. We do need to support the younger group. We really do.
We do.
Got to get their music, download it, make sure they get money. Because I mean, God damn it, George Michael. We all knew he was gay. But we supported him even though
them little short shorts he wore in that video.
Everything.
That bitch is gay.
Motherfucker could sing and dance, and he was. I mean, he was beautiful.
He was beautiful.
He was a Greek god.
He was beautiful. Although I did have a bigger crush on Andrew, but still.
Andrew Ridgely? I can see that.
Andrew Ridgely. See, I liked Andrew Ridgely
exotic.
too. You know why? Because Andrew Ridgely, for me, and he is straight. He came off as more butch.
Oh, I thought they were
I
both
like
gay.
butch guys. So, I thought they were both gay by virtue of the fact that they were together as singers, but I thought they were a couple. But I was on Andrew Ridgely's side because I was like, she's too Nelly for me. There ain't nothing wrong with being Nelly. Nothing. And I support Nelly as hell. I'm Nelly.
But can I say this?
And I've said it a million times, you can't hide the slide under a bushel, bitch.
I do a lot of improv, and it's I am the elder. I mean, to these young millennials, they're not all bad.
They're not all bad.
They're not.
No, they're not all
just
bad.
You got to talk to them, and you got to talk to them on their level. And the thing is we did this thing called the living room, where it's basically what we're doing, but we're going out and doing skits based on what we're talking about. And none of them realized the shit that we went through as Gen X.
Oh yeah,
you know, we saw a lot of people die.
Yeah, we did.
And now everyone's, going about their business like it never happened. People are. I know people who have been not HIV, have AIDS since the 80s and are still alive. It is a miracle. It is a miracle that should not be overlooked. So you don't know what we went through, and we had PTSD as a group of gay men. We went through everybody dying. I did not have sex for over 10 years. I didn't get to have the natural experience of having sex, and when I did finally find someone that I was interested in, and we made out, and we made out naked, I was afraid of going beyond that. Yeah. And then I was still scared, even after I made out.
And I had to deal with the shame of being a gay man, to having to hide my light, so to speak, every now and then, to butch it up under certain occasions, because my brothers were dying. Yeah. They were dying. And the moment that you opened your mouth and said that you were gay, everybody automatically assumed you have AIDS. You have AIDS. Just from saying you're gay, they automatically, are you? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just gay. I do not have a disease. Yeah. I'm fine.
And guess what?
I didn't have sex for a long time.
And constantly having to explain that over and over put me in a place where it's like, I just don't want to tell people I'm gay.
Yeah.
I really just don't want to do it. So I had a shame factor. So I butched it up as much as I possibly can and everything else. And then when people did know I was gay, it was, I didn't realize that you were gay. Yes, I am.
Well, there's only so much I can do. Okay, people. So I have to say, I couldn't hide this light of Mary Bushel for long. I would do that voice. But if somebody scared me, I'd woo! And then there I am.
Yeah, but so that
was do this voice for so long until I'm I got to be me.
That lower octave hurts.
It hurts. And trying to walk straight hurts too.
That silent S that you try to hide.
But now I'm crippled, so now, I don't walk like anybody but a crippled person. But before, girl, I couldn't help but switch. That's just my nature.
We just got Carl Maudlin.
And now I've gone amazingly enough, now I've gone in the other direction. Hi, I'm Joel and I'm gay. Hi, I'm Joel and I'm gay. And I just love to tell people that, I don't want you to, especially when I'm hanging out with other guys and we're sitting around talking, we talk about, I'm a big nerd and I like comic books and I like sci-fi and I like all that other stuff.
I love sci-fi.
So when I'm sitting around with a group of people who love talking about that kind of stuff, and I'm sitting around with a group of guys, and then they start talking about girls and all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm not really I'm not into girls. I'm gay, so
this is why you come to LA.
And then they're like, okay, that's actually kind of cool. Blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, well, it's actually kind of lonely too, because then you're like the only gay nerd in the group, and then suddenly everybody knows another gay nerd that they think you know,
right?
Because we all know each other.
It's like on that show, Little Britain. I'm the only gay in the village. Yeah.
It's cute, but after a while it gets old.
It does.
Yeah.
So we suffer from that. Where these kids, they don't come out at 12, 13, 14 years old.
Oh, yeah, and the millennials all have gay friends, and I love that about the millennials.
And
I do.
They're not token gays like
No, we were token gays.
We were token gays.
And
David alluded to it at parties we went to. This one girl, I won't say her name, Sabrina. Anyway, we went to her house, and we were in the driveway.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Girl, we were in the driveway.
Yes.
We were getting out of the car, and she said, "Oh, my God, I'm so glad you're here. Our token gays," she actually called us, "Our token gays are here. Our token gays."
Yeah, we're going to go.
We're leaving.
I have been in situations where I have been around a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
And someone went, not only is he black, but he's also gay.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like,
you're a subcategory.
I'm like, oh, here we go.
I love it. I'm invited to my next party.
Oh my God, here we go. Is this what I am?
You're a subcategory.
And I would tell my friends, and especially if I was with straight friends, I'm like, you please do not tell me that you brought me to this party so I could be your token gay or your token gay black guy.
Oh my God.
Which is even worse. And they'd be like, no, Joel, that's not what we remember. We can leave. We can leave if you want. And I'm like, well, I already got a drink, and I'm about to have some fun with this shit.
Really?
If I'm going to be the token gay black guy at this party,
What did they ask you? Did they ask you if Prince was gay and if you knew him?
Oh, one time I got the, do you think Michael Jackson was a child molester thing? And I have a very strong opinion about that. And I'm not going to share that on the air because a lot of people will not understand why I have that opinion. So I'm not sharing that on the air.
No opinions about Michael Jackson are necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you have to tell me later.
Okay, so, or I would get, like we said earlier, so does penis size really matter?
You know what I get?
Or the black thing. So do all black men really have? See, when you're gay, when you're gay and black,
that's not true.
I know that's not true.
Yeah, when you're gay and black, people feel like that now they can start asking the questions about whether black men. If I was straight and black, no person would walk up to you and go, "So, are all black men, hung?"
Yeah.
And
but the moment that they find out you're gay, then they feel like that they can now ask that question.
Right.
And I'm like, first of all, that is not any of your business.
Well,
and secondly, yes, we all are.
Why not say that? But all the boundaries go away when you're gay at a party full of straight people.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no boundaries.
But when you're gay and black, all the boundaries go away.
Well, I was at a straight party, and I have my straight friends, and I used to party with Chris and go to his house and stuff like that, and have a good time. And more often than not, women never talk to me about gay stuff. Men do. And I've had men take me aside and say, okay, I have a problem with my girlfriend.
Although I will
tell me
I will say this real quick. So I'm not going to interrupt you.
Well, you
but I will
did.
It's a side note.
It's just a little side note. Women don't talk about that stuff, but women love the fact that, oh my God, there's a gay here? He needs to be my new best friend.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. But
go
the truth is, straight men love to chat up gay men about relationships with women because they think that because we're gay, we understand the feminine perspective of women.
And by the way, that's never happened to me.
Oh, it's happened to me a million times.
Never happened.
I think in LA it might be a little bit different.
Yeah,
it's completely
different. In New York,
yeah, LA and New York is completely different.
And look at me not done with what I was saying, and you motherfuckers interrupted me.
Oh well, excuse us.
No, I just had to say it never happened to me. But
no, I have very little to say, but unfortunately, I seem.
Why are you looking at me? He was the one who interrupted you.
You are partners.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I'm
kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is a comedy show, motherfuckers. Anyway, so blah blah blah. The point is, straight men chat me up about what should I do with this woman? And I always say, bitch, I don't know anything about women. Why are you asking me? Because you're gay. I'm like, that doesn't mean I don't know anything about women. I don't know nothing about women.
There was a film critic that I watched who's gay. It's called the magical gay syndrome, where straight people think that gay people. If you watch movies where there's a gay character, he's never a really developed character. He's just a character to give the lead character support and advice.
Usually die.
Yeah, support and advice. Yeah. And it's all magical. They just whip in and give all this amazing advice, and then they whip out of the scene. And that's sometimes how straight people look at us. That's why they ask us these ridiculous questions about shit. They think that we're magical gays.
We're magical.
We're magical. We're going to give them amazing advice.
Fairies is what they call us anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If they were to make used to in the 70s,
if they were
60s and 50s, fairies.
If they were going to make a really true movie, most of the gay men give really bad advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we do it on purpose.
Oh, some of us do.
I think a lot of us do it on purpose.
I know I have.
We're doing it sarcastically or metaphorically, thinking they'll get it, and then they don't.
And then they don't.
I've given bad advice on purpose several times, because I always get cornered. It's like, girl, okay, you know what? There's another factor with me, being an overweight gay guy. I'm sort of non-threatening and non-sexual. I'm not a sexual being to them, other than the fact that I am gay, and so they think, oh, he's not going to come on, guys. You know, he's not going to come on to me or anything like that. And it's like, oh.
I think the butcher you are, the more they worry. When you're Nelly, they don't worry so much because they can see your gayness like right there. But the butcher you are, and then when you tell them you're gay, then they're like, oh, wait a minute. We showered together at the gym, and we did all this stuff.
Problem.
Yeah, then that's where the problem comes in. That is really where the problem comes in, because it's like, wait a minute. I didn't know you were gay, and now I'm wondering, were you looking at me while I had my towel off, or doing this and that, blah, blah, blah.
That's why if you come out in the NFL, it's really damaging.
Yeah, exactly.
No one wants you in the locker room looking, but the thing is, if I know you like that, and I know that you're straight, I'm going to peek, but I'm not going to look.
But if you're the lineman who is just super naily and all this other stuff, then it's like, oh, okay.
You mean Tebow?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Work, bitch.
Hold on.
No, nobody.
Hold
on. Except for straight people. Straight people think that he's not. And shout out to Tebow, bitch. We know who you are.
Jam.
No, you didn't, girl. You
every time he opened his mouth, a crocheted purse.
I'm not scared. I am not scared.
I've known that for quite some time.
Well, how could you not?
How could you not?
See it, you know what? He's a beautiful man from
Galaxy 59, which is way out there in Ursa Minor.
He's a beautiful man.
He'll be out. He'll be out by
the woman. No, to this day.
He's too tied up in.
No, I think isn't he?
He's playing baseball right now, but he'll be. Yeah,
but
he's playing baseball right now.
With a woman now. I think he's.
Yeah, he's with a woman.
He's bearding.
He's got a beard.
Yeah, he's got a beard. And Tom
Cruise 35, 40 by the time he comes out.
And now
I don't think he's ever going to come out.
No, Tom Cruise is fucking the head of the Church of Scientology.
Okay, hold on. I'm not so sure that he's gay. I'm
going to be honest. I want Tom to be gay. You stay on your straight side.
No, I want him over there too.
Please stay over there.
But I'm not so sure he's gay. He could be an asexual. He really could.
I really think he might be asexual, but keep him on that side.
Everyone knows about the contract.
Keep him on that side. I want him to stay on the straight side.
Well, y'all, I disagree. I think he's fucking the head of the Church of Scientology. I think
it's that he wants to fuck him, but then Tom is asexual. You know, we're talking micro penis, maybe way up, like almost so micro that it's a vagina.
Yeah.
A clitoris, I mean.
Maybe.
But Miscavige definitely wants to get it on with Cruise.
Oh, definitely. And I think they probably are. I'm sorry. I'm on Miscavige and Tom, Mary.
Okay, can we talk about what the fuck has Tom done to his face? That plastic surgery is amazing.
Girl, this show's going to be 3 hours by the time.
I'm sorry. All right, you know what? We have to get off. And y'all have listened.
It's a very special episode.
A very special episode of Jill and Randy's Texas Tea Bitches.
I think I know how to do this. I'm going to split this into 2 episodes.
Oh, I think you should.
Yeah, I'm going to split this into 2 episodes. So we're good. So
we'll split it.
Yeah, we'll split it. We'll split it into 2 episodes. We got it.
We have just too much to talk about.
I know. But we can talk about it most of it off the air. Let's go ahead and end the show right now. And then we can just sit around and just relax and talk. Yeah. And I'll just cut the episode in 2.
Okay. Because we're sisters of the church.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this 2-hour-long very special episode.
With Jerry Jewell.
We had...
What the hell is Jerry Jewell?
Jerry Jewell. She was the cousin from... Give me a break.
Give me a no.
Oh, wait,
Jerry Jewell was the cousin.
Facts of life.
Facts of
Oh my
life.
God,
Facts of life. Yes, she was the one with.
She's a lesbian.
Cerebral palsy.
And she's a lesbian with cerebral palsy.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't quick. She ain't quick, but she can lick.
Hold on, she's still with us.
She's still with us,
and she's doing good.
And I'm saying hey to Jerry Jewell, but you know what I'm saying, girl.
So,
you can't lick, but you can. I mean, you can lick, but you ain't quick.
Okay, Randy.
Bitch.
Let's say goodbye. Do you have? You said you wanted to give out some shout outs earlier. So
Yeah, we have to shout out to all of the other countries that are listening.
Oh, by the way, Germany kind of dropped off, so we need to get you back, Germany. Germany, come back.
Okay, we talked about shit fetishism. You should be very happy.
Yeah, exactly. come back,
That
Germany.
was our
We
guest.
We love you,
Germany.
We love you in Atlanta. We love you in Palestine. We love you in Katy. Hi, Katy.
Hi,
Katy. We love you. Also, sing the theme song. You know who we love. David White.
Hi, David White.
Although he hates my
ass. I'm not sure I remember you, but hi, David White.
Anyway, and we want to shout out to Japan.
Hi, Japan.
Oh.
And girl, you know we got Sweden.
Konnichiwa.
Sweden.
Isn't that a food?
No, it's
No,
konnichiwa.
it's konnichiwa. No,
It
means
hello.
hello.
The other day. Don't tell me that shit.
I'm sorry, Japan. Please don't drop off.
Japan.
Please don't drop off.
They were serving konnichiwa at the food at HEB on the counter. I had some konnichiwa.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. We love you.
We love you, Japan.
We love you, Japan. And
I know
y'all
all lovely
Mhm.
Japanese people.
And we love everybody under the LGBTQI. I'm sorry.
No.
We're not going to say anything about the bees.
No.
I'm sorry. We love the bee ladies. The bee ladies, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Bee men.
And
no, we're
I'm
not
just
doing
going
that.
LG. I'm just going LG from now on.
LG is OG.
LG was the thing then. It's a thing now. And I love everybody else. And y'all are
LG made
vilify
Y,
me.
and
That's all right. Y'all
BY.
send your letters to Joe. I love the rest of you bitches, but we talked about this.
We love all you. We love all you bitches. We love all you T bitches. We love all of you. We love all of you.
We do love you T bitches.
We love you T bitches.
But y'all
T
go on the
bitches.
straight scale as far as I'm concerned.
Just go to our GoFundMe page.
Yes, exactly.
Girl, my gay burden is too heavy. I can't.
We need to have this show in like England. Where do y'all want to go?
We are in England.
No. Which place?
Shout out
go?
to the Queen.
I want to go to Sweden because I want to get some Swedish men.
Oh,
I'm gonna go fund me to Sweden, but didn't Sweden just suddenly go ultra right?
Okay, we're going to England then.
No.
Yeah, let's go to England. Yes, they did.
Oh, let's go to
Well,
England.
it's not the Swedish people's fault.
All right. Well, we enjoyed.
But yet it is.
I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. I am Joel Tatum.
I'm Randy, and
our special guest,
if you want
David
to
Hill.
David Hill.
David.
We had a good time. We shared. We loved. We talked. We talked about community. We talked about everything. Millennials, get community.
And
please.
vote the right way.
And vote. Okay, don't talk to Randy about vote.
Hey.
Don't talk to Randy about vote.
Shut up, bitch.
Vote the right way. We'll see y'all later.
Yes, do vote right.